country can do for you, ask what you can do for global multinational profit margins. Stop participating in your governmental decisions.
If they ever make $1 million bill, then I think he should be on it.
He's resolute, he makes firm, strong decisions, and he follows through on them despite anyone's advice, which is the sign of a true leader. That he knows best because God tells him what's best, and he doesn't have to listen to advisors or the citizenry. He's the unitary executive. He doesn't need Congress, he doesn't need the courts to tell him what's right. He's above the law.
Torture is patriotic. We need to torture them before they get up.
He likes to fight and make money. It's like the old Mad magazine used to say, make love, not war. He's making war with love.
We're not going to have a free country until we actually go and invade every single country that could possibly in the future be a threat to us, which means preemptive invasion of every country, starting with those that have the most resources.
There is no I in Bush. Stop the impeachment.
Punish dissenters.
Whoever leaked the fact that Scooter Libby was leaking information should be hung.
So war's the answer for you to get more income, so it's better to send lives over there, to end lives over there, so you can get a bigger paycheck.
Blood is a renewable resource. Oil is not. This person is not a patriot.
I'm not a patriot. Then what makes you a patriot, sir?
I'm a patriot because I support this system of global domination. Stop impeachment.
Well, he doesn't change his mind ever. We can depend on him to do exactly what he's going to do, and even more than that sometimes.
I mean, people don't realize that we're living in a new era.
Yeah.
The average American doesn't have time to figure out our complex worlds. It's our job to be good consumers. We're supposed to think about how we're going to pay for our health care and manage our budgets so we can save enough money for our children to go to college, plan for our retirement. If that doesn't take 24 hours, I don't know what does. I trust our administration. They're going to look out for our interests.
I support torture. I believe we need to do what's necessary to get information. The end justifies the means.
Some moonbats claim that torture is not an effective means of extracting information.
That is wrong. Torture always works. Why do the mafia still use it?
Stop the war!
No!
Invade more countries!
Stop
killing!
How do you propose to fund our economy?
Stop killing! I don't care about the economy! Stop killing!
War, you see, is really the best of all worlds because what it does is it earns profits for corporations while draining money from the U.S. government. We want the government to be as small as possible. This war is draining so much money from the actual government itself. It's taking us years ahead. That's the genius that is George W. Bush.
Money is the only thing that's worth loving.
We will let you torture that person for free.
I love him. I think we have a real great man. Right? A man that I want my children to grow up and be like.
I would suggest that we don't need to amend the term limits. We should just
break the law.
Exactly. And when it just gets in the way of our security, the law should be disregarded.
That's right. Fuck the impeachment movement. Fuck it.
Anyone would propose that war is the answer.
4 more years of Bush. 4 more years of war.
Abolish the FDA and abolish PETA. Dogs can be good food.
Endless war means endless security.
Some little punk moonbat wannabe, he's probably going to wind up running for office and being for welfare and peace and all those stupid things.
What did he do?
He flipped me off and told me to fuck off. Well, punk. We don't need trustable elections.
That's right.
We don't need a paper trail.
It all comes down to giving up your personal civil liberties, and what this will do is ultimately that will stimulate the economy and it will create greater freedom for everyone.
So by giving up our freedoms, we're creating more freedoms?
That's right, more or less, yes. What do you think about impeachment?
I think that's disgusting.
I just think they're a bunch of troublemakers. They're just trying to muck up the works because they're ignorant.
Well, he's not going to be impeached because Americans will not stand up for what they believe in.
Impeachment is terrorism because essentially if you impeach this president, we end up with more terrorists.
The liberals they're living on the moon.
Who needs rights? Only America.
Progressives,
people need to respect the dignity of labor and get a job.
You've got to be kidding, right?
Conform, consume, obey!
What do we want? Oil profits. When do we want them? Now. What do we want? Oil profits. When do we want them? Now.
Support all war, always, for all reasons.
War is good business. Invade Cuba. Invade Azerbaijan. Invade Chile. Invade Nigeria. Invade Sudan. We want everybody. We want a police state. We want a police state. We need trust fund. We trust
This country needs a firm hand.
Here's what it comes down to. I mean, they're not just going to give us their resources, right?
Human life is a renewable resource. Trust, spend, invade. Trust, spend, invade. Attack Iran. That's all we need.
If it's state-sponsored, then it's not actually terrorism.
Trust. All in favor of attacking Iran. Hip hip hooray!
Well, I mean, Bush is kind of like a demigod. I want him to be an emperor.
I mean, an emperor can't be impeached.
Venezuela. What do we want?
Terrorists are everywhere. Torture everyone.
Now with impeachment.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Go to Iraq.
What's that?
Go to Iraq.
I gotta stay here and earn profit. I can't go to Iraq. There's too much money to be made.
There's a limited amount of oil on the planet. We can replace you.
Our job is to be good consumers. Give up your rights for freedom to shop.
Abolish Congress.
Give up your rights.
Against reason. This one.
I love everybody.
Limited supply. We're not quite here yet.
Corporate media, they're paid to tell us the truth.
Make a constitutional amendment to ban the Constitution.
Support the economy, support this war, and the next one.
War is the answer. Torture provides the answer.
Checks and balances are overrated. A profitable war is a just war.
It's no
The Iraqi people want to leave executive.
If he says it's pronounced nuclear, it's fucking pronounced nuclear.
Drive-by! Drive-by! He deserves a medal of freedom! Keep the war alive!
You're all on math. No flyer then?
She wants some good math.
Keep the war alive!
Blood is a renewable resource.
Blood is a renewable resource.
Support Bush.
Watch corporate news.
Support the war. Support the economy. Support Bush.
The courts appointed him for a reason.
4 more years. 4 more years. 4 more years.
War benefits the average person because it's a well-known fact that money trickles down from the wealthy into the lower echelons of society. At the same time, I think the question is maybe a little bit misplaced because poor people don't really deserve to be benefited in that many ways. I mean, they're poor. If they were more meritorious people, they would be rich.
You also have to consider it makes us all safer and gives us more access to gasoline so we can drive around.
Right.
USA! 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 Like fire!
Freedom of press should be abolished.
Give up your freedom. If it doesn't come back, it was never really yours to begin with.
Just say no to impeachment.
All we need is Bush. Yeah, da 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 da. All we need is Bush. Bush. Bush is all we need. 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 Bush is all we need.